Ships on vigor of the waves of scam and barren summits to the verdant plains. Each horizon is a new beginning, rise and reign. Far from the fjords and the ice-cold currents, brave and soar over new frontiers. Songs and sagas of a fate determined, shields and spears. Vows of favor or the thrill of plunder, pulled together for the clan and kin. Clank of hammers and the crash of thunder, pound within. Oh, the echoes of eternity. Valhalla calling me. To pluck the strings of destiny. Valhalla calling me. Valhalla calling me. Sails are swaying on the crimson rivers, blood and glory in the fighting fields. Shields are shattering to splintered timbers, iron and steel. Fires are rising and the bells are ringing. Glory take us into olden halls. Golden glimmer and the sound of singing as God falls. The echoes of eternity. Valhalla calling me. To block the strings of destiny. Valhalla calling me. Valhalla calling me. Wind and the waves will carry me. Wind and the waves will set me free. Wind and the waves will carry me. Wind and the waves will set me free. The echoes of eternity. Valhalla calling me. To pluck the strings of destiny. Valhalla calling me. Valhalla calling me. Valhalla.
Valhalla. Valhalla. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the return of Drago and Tink.
Good evening. Like I said in comments, you asked and you shall receive.
That is true. Ask and you shall receive. How is everybody doing tonight? And of course, welcome back to the re-intro of Drago and Tink. We know a lot of you asked for it, and here it is. So one thing we will start out with tonight, as always, just want to say thank you guys for doing this show tonight. It couldn't have been at a better time. As the show goes on, I would like to share a little something. Jackie, you know that you are always more than welcome to share, just as everyone here is welcome to share. But we always say this is not a Reverend Mr. This is not a normal Reverend show, and it's not a normal Mr. Nash show. So when we do roll calls, they will be regular roll calls. They won't be the ice creams. They won't be the cream pie. They won't be any of that. This is a standard regular show, and this is for everybody to share their stories with one another, share their memories, and maybe make some memories in the process, and maybe make a couple new friends here while you're here, while we're at it.
Yeah, I couldn't have that better myself.
Mr. Nast, how are you doing today, sir?
Typical Tuesday. A lot of fun at work, and just came home, ate dinner, and it's showtime.
It's showtime. And the reason that I started out with that song tonight, as lately, you know, a lot of the shows that I've been doing, I've been putting a lot of lyrics up and different things, and they're all different meanings to things. Tonight, that was actually one of AJ and Hope's favorite songs.
More Kobe.
And definitely Hope, because I can picture her with that song on, hitting her chest and sitting in the back seat, belting that out at the top of her lungs, word for word. And AJ, he'd be singing, but he's kind of like, you know, even though it's just Dad and Hope, you know, he's still a little shy, but, you know, the kids absolutely loved it. And the only other thing I could have gone with was something like what they would, like Discord or something, and I don't think I could get through Discord. Discord is a little bit hard for everybody. Darth, how are you, sir? What's up, Darth? Thank you for joining. Everybody, I'd like to thank you all again for coming in and taking the time out to come hang out with us tonight.
I am here.
Miss Grimm is in the background, but to hang out with us and to let's share some memories with each other. And, you know, we're going to actually start, and we're going to open the floor up to all of you. If anybody wants to take the floor and start with their memory, and we can all talk about this. We got one to start with. We got one from Miss Jackie. My best friend passed away from cancer on December 13th, 2024. I was at her bedside when she took her last breath, and Thursday is her birthday. I know losing someone is hard, but I really miss her. She was my go-to person. Just wanted to share her memory. Jackie, we appreciate that you do share that with all of us, and we will all say in advance a happy heavenly birthday to your friend. It's never very easy. We know that it's only going to be a year on December 13th this coming year, and it doesn't get easy, and I can never say that it ever gets any easier. Some days I actually think it honestly becomes harder.
No, it definitely does become harder because you remember the times you had with that person, and like it just floods your mind, like what that person meant to you, how much of an impact they made on your life. So now it's like your job to carry on what they do.
And it's not that I'm skipping over, but I want to put them up as they come up, just so this way we don't miss anything. We want to make sure that we get to everybody who wants to share. Again, this is everybody getting to know everybody. Everybody is together here. This is a safe space for everybody to talk. So, Jackie, I know it's not easy. You know, you got to look at that she is still here with you. She is watching over you. And again, as we say, you're never alone. And, you know, our loved ones, it's all part of our life. You know, everybody has their different beliefs, whatever it may be. And we don't push beliefs on anybody. But one day you get to see each other again. You know, it's not goodbye. It's I'll see you later.
Again, best way to put it.
still not handling my brother's passing. I have my moments. Cora, I get that. I know that you guys were close. Again, as I say, I can only offer so much to everybody, just because for me personally, as I said, I have my moments, just like most people, and I don't know if it ever gets any easier. The other day, I'll give you a little story before I move in to the next. The other day I was at therapy, and I've told you about Alex. Alex
Yeah.
rehabbed my hip. You know Alex, and he's working on my back. That's fine. And a lady came in the other day, and we were sitting and we were talking, and she had told me, I was telling her about the whole situation with the fire and everything, and she's like, "Oh my God," she goes, "I'm so sorry." But she goes, "I'm in the same club that you and your wife are in, and that club is not a club that anybody wants to be in." She lost her son 19 years ago, and she goes, "Grief is like a rock." And the thing is, when you first are dealing with grief, this rock is just weighing you down to the ground and holding you down. But as time goes, it's not that the rock actually gets lighter, but you get stronger. Which is something that I didn't really look at, because if you think about it, grief just presses you down. Everybody grieves in different ways. Some cry, some do memory, some go, unfortunately they go the darker routes, and they may pick up a bottle, or maybe they do something else that just, it's what people do when they grieve. And it's AC, that is okay that you are late. Trust me, you are never late. It's, I don't know if time gets easier. I don't. And as everybody can see, right behind over my shoulder, there's the kids right nearby. And probably they're standing here right now, jumping up and down, going, "You know what? We want to say something." And you're never alone. You have to continue on with their legacy, basically, what they were for. Tell their stories, what they stood for, what they were about. Tell somebody that didn't even know them, because now, with telling their story, not only does their story go on, but now you are also introducing them to this person. And then this person, at some point in time, may say, "Hey, look, I was talking to a friend the other day, and they lost their best friend, or they lost their sibling, their brother, their child." And one of the things I've always said is, even know that you lose somebody, and such as myself and Miss Grimm, we lost AJ and Hope. This August, Hope would have been 11 years old on the 10 years old on the 24th of August. And anybody that knew that little girl knows that she was a spitfire and a half.
To say the least.
But does it get any easier? I don't say it does. I mean, like I said, I have my moments every day. Some days are better than others. Some days are just absolute horrible. Other days I'm like, look, I just don't want to be messed with at all. And I just kind of sink back into my own shell. I know it's hard to say to everybody that is here that has lost somebody, but don't sink back. Continue on with their memories. Continue telling their stories. And guess what? They will continue to live forever in your heart.
Yeah, That's honestly the best way to put it. That's part of the intro outro. Like, it is our job to carry your memory on, your legacy if they have one, or who they were personality wise. Like, they live through us now, and you have to keep reminding yourself of the good times, the bad times, the in between times. But you gotta keep those people alive. This is your way of keeping somebody alive. It's by telling stories, by sharing memories, laughs. You can share tears with somebody. Alan had said a couple minutes ago, you're not alone. Someone might have had a similar instance than what you do, so now all of a sudden you mix one and one together and you became one. You're the same person in so many ways that you have that shoulder to cry on, or that person has a shoulder to cry on.
And always remember, oh, sorry, Mr. Knast, I didn't mean to cut you off there. And always remember, we are always here to talk to. You know that any time that you guys are.
If you're still hungry, I'll bring you one of the salads.
All right.
They gotta get eaten.
All right, thank you. You know that we're always here to talk with any one of you, and at any time during any one of the shows, you know that we can sit and talk to you, even if it is something that, you know what, today I'm really missing my friend, but you'd like to bring that up, no matter what chat it is. Guess what? We will stop our shows and we will talk to you, and we will sit and we will talk together, and you can tell any one of us that person's story.
Mm-hmm.
And we will gladly sit and we will take the time. We will talk to you because, again, you all are what matter. You have all become extremely close family with the basement crew. We are all family here. We are all together. We all spin around on this rock together for however long we're going to be here until our time comes. But we're all in it together. Jackie says she always used to ask me for a ride, so I have her memorial card on my visor in her car, so I try and make it a little inside joke ride here, everywhere now, or her with everywhere now. And you know what? I get that because there are times that something will come on and it will be on the radio, like what I played earlier. It'll come on out of nowhere and it'll be like, all right, guys, what are you trying to tell me today? What are we doing here? Or one of their other big songs that they would do would come on, and I still look in the back seat and go, you know what? They're not there, but to some extent they are. And sorry, guys, we are running late behind as always. The Reverend is always late with his dinner.
No good. I mean, but Jackie, an inside joke like that, it makes you remember the good times.
Yep.
And it's not. Yeah, you like people might that's kind of weird, but to you it means something.
Yeah.
And that's what's the most important thing. People are gonna think that's weird, but at the end of the day, it's something that you remind you of your friend. Keep doing it. Despite what anyone else said, how we remember people is different than somebody else.
Yep.
So I actually like that idea that Jackie does. Put some memorial card in the visor. I mean, I keep a couple in my wallet.
Yeah. I had some, and unfortunately we lost them in the fire. But I like that because Jackie, in a way, you are remembering her completely different than somebody else would remember her. And when you and another friend get together and you guys start talking and you say, hey, you know what? I drive her around everywhere with me all the time. And they're going to be like, that's funny. And, they're going to say, well, such and such and such and such. And you know what? It's both of you are going to find that you both grieve her loss in different ways, which grief sucks, but it's also good because it also brings you tighter together, knits you closer together, makes a stronger bond. So this way, that person that has gone can't be forgotten.
Totally agree.
I have not had a good cry. Hopefully, I will. Okay, so
All I can say, it will come, and it's gonna come when you least expect it. Honestly.
that is true. I will say, Cora, um, I think honestly, when everything had happened, I know what you mean by that. I I think that's more what a shock stage is. Like you're shocked, you're shocked that this person is gone, and you'll get that little cry spot, but then maybe all of a sudden you start and you turn around and just a memory pops into your head, and you're going, you know what? Really? I am trying to do something here. I am trying to shed some tears, and you got to make a funny face.
Yeah.
Something that's going to make you laugh and take you away from that spot. But it does come. It doesn't always come right away, but it does come. And when it comes, it can hit very heavy. Always have somebody around, somebody to talk to. Look, they may tell you, I can't understand you why you're crying. Stop crying. Guess what? Keep crying. Sometimes bottling it up can also be a lot worse than letting it out. Sometimes you just have to, okay, you know what? I haven't done this. I need to go. I need to sit by myself and I need to do this.
I mean, what was it, back February? I kept myself a couple days. I had a silent grief I had to deal with. I mean, my most recent ex-girlfriend that not many people were fond of, she passed away in February. It hit, because at one point, like, I had a strong connection with this person, and all of a sudden they're gone. So it kind of hurts. Of course, and my brother is nearby. Also, he's in my TV room. He's sitting on my CD cabinet, and he watches wrestling with me. And there's, if that's a poor memory, if that's what you guys used to do together, then that's awesome that you thought of it and said, hey, you know what? I'm going to put a picture of my brother in a spot where I know he'll be watching over me, watching what we used to watch together. And that brings back a memory. And it makes you feel good.
And while you're sitting there watching wrestling, maybe there's a match on and you could turn around and go, can you believe what just happened here? Can you? And you may have company over and they may go, are you all right? Guess what? You're absolutely fine. Talk to them. Talk to them like they are still sitting right next to you, like they are still there. Because guess what? Their spirit is with you. And I believe, honestly, that they hear you and they can talk to you. And only you will know when they are talking to you. So Gwen put up, she was the cutest little Spitfire I've ever known. She was definitely a Spitfire. Yes, Hope was a Spitfire. Where? I haven't seen it.
It's up there. I see it.
Where? Keep your COVID to yourself. That is true. I don't know where that came in at.
But underneath everyone saying hi to each other.
Oh, there you go. See, that came in all the way up there.
Then, Daddy, you can't be a lesbian. You were born in America.
That is true. I was born in America, so I cannot be a lesbian. And Corey.
Well,
Steph.
Friday got a sissy pregnant by looking at her butt. Another one that Hope used
Another wonderful hopeism. Corey, I'll listen to anyone, any time of day or night. Corey,
which
thank
is
you
awesome.
very much. That is greatly awesome. We greatly appreciate that. And I know everybody else will greatly appreciate that as well. And I mean, I will tell you there is a surprise coming for Friday, but we will not get into that now. Tonight is about you guys and about your stories. And yes, Hope, Spitfire, Steph, hey Steph, hey Stephanie, John Knast, Cora, Okay, sis. So then Taylor must be here.
And somewhere.
And sort of keep your COVID to yourself. Yep, Taylor is here. Thank you for joining. The idea can't be limited. Right, I got pregnant. There you go.
Oh,
Corey has actually recommended a song for people to check out. The song is called "Looking Up," and it's by Lauren Spencer Smith.
I mean, because sometimes a song does remind you of people. Like you played it before the other night, Valhalla reminded you of kids. I hear the song "Shine" by Collective Soul, and every time I hear it, okay, Tiff, like, what do you want? Like, because that's a song that I was associated with her. So
Yep.
I mean, music helps. Sometimes sitting there and listening to songs may be sad and sappy, but you know what? It helps, and it helps clear your mind. It helps you. I don't know how to phrase it, like reset.
Sometimes the music, and one of the things I can say is music is one of my bigger things, as most of you know. Music opens the door. Music opens a door to memories that you don't normally think about. Like I said, I hear that song, and the first thing I remember is, Hope. And anybody that has ever seen Hope, Mr. Knast, I don't know if you have a picture close by of the kids that you want to bring up. Hope was a tiny little thing. And when I say tiny, she was 7 years old and what, 5T clothing?
4T.
4T clothing.
She weighed 37 pounds.
37 pounds at 7 years old. But that child would want to eat an entire 16 pack of hot dogs by herself. There you go. Little Miss Tiny Spitfire herself. And as we said, she is a tiny little thing. I think that was actually the summer before the fire. But I'll tell you what, man. She would give it to you quicker than anybody else. She did not put up with any crap.
Oh, you know that she always used to remind people, you know who my dad is?
Exactly. Do you know who my daddy is? Of course, though, one of her other favorite all-time lines, if anybody knows Cobra Kai, there's no pussies in this dojo. Of all the lines you could choose from the TV show, it had to be that one.
And the way she said it too, she would always giggle when she used to say it.
Yeah.
Because she thought she was going to get in trouble, so she would laugh at it.
Oh, yeah, it was funny. The tears do come back. It happens to me on Sunday when there was a car show at the diner. My brother would go to car shows. See, now there you go. There are triggers, and sometimes those triggers are just so very hard to stay away from. But it's also, I associate things with like a moth drawn to a candle. A moth, I think a moth knows that going to this candle, it's going to hurt the moth. It's going to burn the moth. It's going to suck. His wings are going to get singed. He's not going to be able to fly. But they still do it. And this isn't just something new. This is since the beginning of time. We're like moths drawn to candles. You know, your brother was big going to the car shows. He liked the car shows. Okay. But as much as you know that car show is going to upset you, You can't stay away from it. You have to go. Something just is drawing you to this car show. Look, I know I'm going to go. I know I'm going to be upset. I know it's going to be hard, but you're going to go. And I think many of us do it. It's the same thing as going to a gravesite. All of us know that it is hard to go to a gravesite and sit and talk to your loved ones, put flowers there, whatever you do while you're there. That gravesite is like a candle. As much as it hurts to go there, you are still drawn to that spot. You are still drawn to go to these places. Spawn or Stephanie here puts up, I've been holding everything in since the kids passed. I can't bring myself to mourn it, so I bottle it up, but I had to bottle it up because I was 6.5 months pregnant with Moo. I understand, Stephanie. I do completely understand that. But again, bottling it up,
Just makes it worse sometimes.
I agree. It does make it worse, but it also, it takes such a toll on not just your physical being, but your mental being, your well-being. You know, when you bottle this up, you bottle it up, you won't let it out. Your blood pressure rises, your heart rate goes up more, you're more stressed, you're more irritable. Sometimes, as I said, you know what? You don't have to let somebody sit there and watch you cry or go through this. You can always go off to a separate room and say, look, I just need 10 minutes by myself. I'm fine, but I just need 10 minutes. And I was looking at something here real quick. Interesting. No, I'm looking at the comment as I highlighted over in the comments, and some of it actually, it's there, but it looks like it's missing. Like it's not typed in dark enough, like a typewriter's running out. The computer's running out of ink.
Yeah.
That would have been a hopeism.
I do say I don't, and you have to. I mean, anytime you remind someone who passed, I mean, you definitely gotta say hi to them. If not, they're just gonna come back and haunt you and make you look like a fool in the long run anyway.
That is true, because you know what? Your sister and your brother, Steph, would definitely come back to haunt you. And I could see them just doing a round the corner thing and just Stephanie out of nowhere is hearing, Stephanie, not Sissy. Because when they said her name, man, that drove her nuts. What?
Well, that's your name, isn't it?
AJ did it once because he was being funny, and I think she chased him around the house for like 20 minutes.
But that's your name, isn't it?
But that's your name, isn't it?
Don't play Fortnite, you suck.
Yeah, that is true. Cora says she says hi to him. You know what? I will tell you every night, as I said before, you guys can see right over my shoulder, right here. That's where AJ and Hope are. And every night I say goodnight to them. You know, I tell them I miss them and that I wish they were still here where they should be. They shouldn't be gone. Just as any of our loved ones that have gone, they shouldn't be gone. There's no rhyme or reason why somebody is taken and why they're not.
Do this once. Only fucking once.
You're doing once and what only once. Oh, Miss Grimm is going to go into the cabinet.
Oh boy.
Yes. But no, I talk to them every day, every night before I go to bed. And if I go to bed and I didn't say goodnight, I might have been sleeping for an hour. I have to get up and go out and actually do my goodnight routine with them.
I will do this once and only fucking once. I told over that this morning.
Well, there is AJ and Hope's box. They are in a Tree of Life box. It is hand carved in rosewood. It is a
I found
Viking box.
I found it and knew we had to have it.
Because the other thing about Little Miss Hope, you got it. Other thing about Little Miss Hope, AJ and Hope were huge in the Vikings. Now, quick little story
All
on
the animals just backed the fuck up.
all the animals backed up. Yeah, well, quick little lesson on Vikings. Vikings, when Vikings had Vikings and then they had shield maidens. When the men passed, they went to Valhalla. So they're at Odin's table. You feast, you drink, the whole 9 yards. When the women passed, the shield maidens, they became Valkyries, which is basically like an angel. They brought you to Valhalla.
They are the angels that pull the wounded off of the battlefield and take them to Mahal.
Miss Grimm's giving me a history lesson.
Did you hear me?
No, go ahead. I'll let you give the history lesson.
The shield maidens turn into Valkyrie. Valkyrie are the ones that came down and took the warriors who have died on the battlefield to Valhalla.
Well, Hope
Go lay down. No. Wait.
Hope said she was not going to be a Valkyrie. She was going to be at Odin's table in Valhalla. And you know what? I believe she is. Because I would not want to argue with that little girl. So we had the AJism. Here's another AJism. Giddy up, mommy.
I'm not touching that one. That's all you, sir.
I don't know if let's just put it this way. Wrong time for horsey rides. And the song that Corey had said for all of us, which we will end up posting up on the page, it's about grief. And again, music tends on helping a lot of people. It does.
Absolutely. I agree.
As I said, we will put that up on the page later on. If anybody would like to go check it out, please do. Again, Corey, thank you very much for bringing that to our attention.
You want to read it? You got it.
Renee, Wild Rose. You want this or you want me to do it?
I got it. You can process it as I read it. My hardest death that I've gone through would be my Aunt Brenda. It was so sudden. She was literally my best friend. We had a falling out before she passed. So I was mad at her before she passed. That's one of my regrets. She just wanted me to spend more time with my family. It still fucks me up, even though it's been a few years. I still hear her voice saying Tene. I can't watch the movie Grease because I used to watch it all the time with her. Grief is really hard.
And you were absolutely right, Taylor. And I understand there what Taylor's saying, and the biggest point right there is that they had a falling out before she passed, and she was mad at her aunt. And one of the things that I cannot stress enough is that nothing is guaranteed. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. An hour from now is not guaranteed. life itself, unfortunately, is not guaranteed. And it's a shame. And one of the things that, like Taylor brought up there, a lot of times people have a tiff and they get into it, and there's bad feelings between both, and then all of a sudden something happens and you don't get that opportunity to say, hey, look, I'm sorry, or hey, I forgive you. Taylor was something like that. Again, take the time, sit by yourself, get something that was near and dear between the two of you, maybe a picture, and talk to her. Sometimes in that aspect, we have to learn to be able to forgive ourselves.
I can't say anything better than what you're saying. So, yes, I'm being quiet, but it's just what you're saying is 100% accurate, and there's not really much to say after it. I mean, it's kind of like you're taking the words out of my mouth.
Sorry, sir. But we also know we work very well, especially on this show.
Yes.
We have done this show, I can't even tell you how many times. We had taken this show down for a while, and when we were talking one night in chat, a lot of people had said that they really missed Drago and Tink. And it originally wasn't the memories of Drago and Tink. It was originally Drago and Tink's Neverland, which we had basically a gaming platform going on. And as we moved a little bit more forward, we decided that we wanted to evolve the show to where everybody could be involved. And as I said, it's not just, the show is labeled Drago and Tink, yes, but it's not just about AJ and Hope. It is about your loved ones as well. And all of you sharing your stories with myself and Mr. Knast is absolutely amazing. It is. And it knits us all closer together and brings us closer together. And she is adorable.
That is AC's mom.
Yes. And she is adorable, but man, I'll tell you, that attitude on that child. Wow.
She'll keep you on your toes.
Do you know who my daddy is? It should have been more along the line. Do you know who I am? And that was the scary part. Do you know how many times I heard people turn around? Oh, well, I know you. You're AJ. You're Hope's sister. I don't want to know. You know Hope. You know AJ because you know Hope. I don't think I want to know. It sounds like it's going to turn out bad.
Possibly.
When I see Moo, when I see her, I see Moo. Yes. For most of you that some of you here know and some of you don't, get your nose off of my plate. You're not part of the show. You keep bashing your head off of my desk, Lou. Moo is my granddaughter and Miss Grimm's granddaughter, Elena Hope Ortiz. And if you look at her, and John, you have seen Elena.
Yes, I have.
You can see hope in her face.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And as Stephanie was saying, she was 6.5 months pregnant with Elena. Steph, if you still have that one picture of the side-by-side of your sister and Moo, could you please either send it to me or to Mr. Knast, Send it to, if you're going to send it to me, send it to Shannon's. Don't
I
send it
think
to
she
mine.
just sent it to me, so.
Okay, because I am not on.
No, I think she just sent it to me. Hold on.
Cora says, miss you, Hope. Yes, we all miss her. We all miss AJ. It's hard to believe that it's over 2 years now. It still feels like yesterday.
I mean, it's not really side by side, but
Oh, I know she had a couple pictures.
no. So I guess let's pull these up and we can go from there. Hold on, me. Okay. That's Miss Hopi.
Yep. There's Miss Little Hope Elizabeth.
My Facebook's caught up. That Hopi. And then the next one is Lena.
And there's Elena. See, I see it in the smile.
Here you go.
There you go.
Thanks, Steph.
I see it.
Oh yeah. And the nose, like you said, the smile. Even almost down to the eyes.
The only difference was Hope had blue eyes and Elena has the brown. But just the shape of the eyes and the shape of the face and the chin.
Yeah, definitely is.
She used to beat the poop out of Ben Franklin. That she did do. Now, I will tell everybody, Ben Franklin is actually my middle son from my first marriage. And, yeah, she used to walk up and smack him and he'd look and I'd be like, dude, I'm not messing with that child. I have to go to sleep at night.
Well, wait, but
Yeah, the one night she got Damon. She was in her bed sleeping. Now, she slept on the top bunk. And she must have been making some noise or something, and Damon was walking around. And Damon went and walked to the room, and Hope pulled an Undertaker, sound asleep on him. One of these numbers. Looked at him, looked back, and then laid back down again, and was asleep the whole time, but eyes open. He about shit himself on the spot. He's like, dude, there's something wrong with that child. He about shit his pants on the spot. Oh my God, this was the best one. For anybody that watches the news, for some reason the kids were home. It might have been right around holiday season. And on certain places, they have goats. And you can take Christmas trees and take them to the goats, and they can eat them instead of throwing them in landfills.
mm-hmm.
So here is this thing, this news segment, and Brandon's going, now it's also Ben Franklin. Look, dolphin, whale, elephant, and Hope turns around, dead-faced, and just, it's a fucking goat. And I'm going, I am going to hell. I am going to straight to hell because I'm letting this child do this. And that was always one of the things. Look, they knew how to act when they went out. When they were home, you act up, you're with me. It's all good. Have at it. You know what? Cause your havoc. You, sir, or you want me to take it?
Yeah, sometimes I get so upset. I caught myself a few times trying to call her. I actually did text her phone and send a message just so hood, just to see how everything went and seeing her towards the end. She asked me a week or so before passing to hold her hand. Of course, I cried and told me she loved me. I believe she knew I was there at the end. and
Oh,
my
Mr.
foot
Nestor.
hurts. And it's gonna
Okay.
hurt.
You had froze up a little bit, sir.
Sorry.
You know what, Jackie? I've heard this from other people. I myself have not, because it is not my forte. But some people believe writing in a journal. So you're actually like writing a note to her in your journal. Hey, today was hot as Hades outside. You know, it wasn't nice out. It stormed. You know, or there was a nice cool breeze tonight. The lightning bugs were out. And some people say that that kind of helps heal a little bit as well. As I said, I can't say that I am good at that because I am not great at writing. I can record my messages and get out my thing that I want to get out. But when it actually comes down to write out my feelings, it just doesn't come out the way that I think it should. So I don't do it.
No, I mean, that's why I tell people all the time that writing does help. I mean, some people it's not easy. I could totally understand that, but writing actually is really therapeutic. I will agree with that.
So there you go. There's a point from Mr. Knast. I knew that would be something right up his alley. I know that is also something that Miss Grimm does, that she will write in a journal. And again, some people it helps. Some people, you know, do a recording on your phone and then send it to your messenger, or you know, upload it onto your computer so you can save it. And you can always go back and say, hey, guess what? Today we talked about it being hot. Or, you know what? It snowed finally, and we got snow eyeball deep here in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Little things like that will help.
Absolutely. I plan on going to car shows just for him. Good. That means you're carrying on his legacy. You're carrying on a memory that you shared with him. And that is awesome that you're willing to keep that memory alive. Like, okay, I know he would want to go today, so you know what? I'm going to drag myself to go. May hurt, it may upset me, but at the end of the day, I am going to go honor my brothers. And that is awesome. So keep doing it for her.
Yeah. Keep doing it. Yes, it hurts. But you know what? It's something he enjoyed. As Mr. Knast said, you're carrying on what he would do.
Yeah, she's saying I may take him with me. Do it. Take a little picture, have a little picture on you that only you can know you have on you, but bring him with you. Don't be afraid.
Nope.
If it gives you a sense of closure, a healing, grief, all the above, do it.
Look, I can tell you everywhere I go, right in this bracelet, and right here around my neck. Kids go everywhere with me.
Yeah, and these bracelets never leave my wrist.
Yes, you can interrupt.
You thought that bill was bad? The couple that have the Honda, $733. He called them today.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we've had 100-degree weather. You can either have it or not. It's up to you. So, yeah.
Side note.
I figured I knew that that's about. So, yeah, cool. Keep living through him. Keep his legacy alive. It definitely does not hurt.
Get a little wallet picture. Put it right in your pocket.
Yeah.
Go out to breakfast. What would you like for breakfast this morning?
Hmm.
You know what? I'll do it right in the middle of a diner. I wouldn't care who thought I was a little loopy or not.
Hmm.
You are carrying your brother's legacy further ahead.
It's true. Today, my therapist diagnosed me with PGD. Don't know what that is.
I think it's PTSD. It's supposed to be. I think.
Maybe I should fix it first. Taylor noted that the really fucked me up with the suicide of my friend Connor. I know if my sister sees this, she will say it wasn't my fault. I truly feel I was his reason for not living anymore, so I have to deal with this day by day. His mom and family blamed me for the longest time, so maybe that's why I blame myself. But huge thanks to my sister for calling the cops when I lost my mind after receiving the call he died.
This actually is a really. I'm not naming it like it's a good one. This is actually a good example. Uh, you can't blame yourself for somebody else.
No.
And trust me, and this is where I am probably either going to hear it from you, from Miss Grimm, from my cousin, from Steph. I am going to hear it from somebody. I blame myself not being able to get back in to get the kids. And that's Shannon.
Like you just said, you can't blame yourself.
Right. And it's easier to say than it is to do.
Or understand.
Yes. You can't blame yourself for somebody's passing. In life, when somebody passes naturally, sometimes it's hurt, sometimes it's anger, sometimes it's, why did you leave? You don't have that choice. The choice has been made for you. You don't have that option. When somebody takes their life, they have thought in their mind about doing this even before anything else. Like you can say, oh, I'm the reason why, and his parents blame me. Okay. People blame other people because they don't want to realize what the actual truth is. If somebody takes their life, look, their family doesn't want to go, oh my God, they needed help. That is the denial part of them going, where was I? Why wasn't I there? Why didn't I do something sooner?
Yeah.
Those are the people that are in denial. You can't sit and think that you're this person's reason for not living.
Then to be blamed by our families as well.
Right. This person, unfortunately, had it in their mind a lot longer than anything that had transpired. It's not your fault.
No, I agree. I think Hope was with me at the end of work today. Kept hearing the whispers of giggling, but I was alone. She haunted all of us. I had told Grimm and Miss Grimm after the passing, I heard an owl for the first time. I've never heard an owl that close in my life. And what did they say? Oh, Hope you loved owls.
Yep.
So I mean, it's little signs like that, Gwen, that just like it triggers your mind. Like, is somebody here with me? And it might be. You may have something pop across your screen or something that's like on a piece of paper fly off in your sight. Like that's something that they would say. Like it's just a constant reminder that they are with you.
Lately, I've been seeing cardinals everywhere. I haven't seen a cardinal and I can't even remember how long. And now every time I turn around, there's a cardinal. But I also say because of the kids, they were huge with ravens and crows because of the Vikings. Every day there are two crows out there, right on the lamppost. And one is squawking at the other one. And I say, you know what? That is AJ yelling at Hope, telling her, come on, let's go. Let's stop playing games. We got to go do something.
So little reminders.
But I think it was Morgan, Kevin, you, me, and Shannon. We were at the Berlin auction, if you remember. And I kept telling you, it felt like something was tugging at the bottom corner of my shorts.
Yep.
Like, look, we got to go down here, not that way. We need to go down this aisle here. And as soon as I'd start walking away, I'm like, what the hell is tugging my shorts? And I look, and I don't have anything there. There's nothing that's hooked to me. Nobody is standing near me. And I'm like, maybe it was the kids trying to tell me something.
Maybe.
And Steph said she chased AJ until he got tired. Yes, and I don't know if you saw how big the apartment was. It was not that big.
No, that was a very small place, so that's a lot of running around back and forth.
Miss you, AJ. Yes, we miss him very dearly as well.
When I told AJ I was pregnant again, I get fucked. How many kids are you gonna have? Come on, it's all called AJ. You should have been happy.
That is true. They came up with some of the biggest kicks right in the teeth when you weren't expecting it. Like, you weren't expecting it, and they turn around, and again, AJ would have been 15 this coming January.
Yep.
But Brandon or Alex would be messing with him unmercifully. Like, one night, AJ was playing Fortnite, and he was mopping the floor with Alex, Brandon, and their friend Chris by himself. And Alex or Brandon, one of them turned around and said, stop cheating, and right out of nowhere, eat me. And I'm like,
I love kids.
Corey said, very nice.
Yeah. Definitely not your fault. He had his own demons, but and that's awesome. I mean, that's what family's all about, right there.
Hold on.
I can top the eat me. Miss Marles, do you want to explain to me why your daughter was telling me she was dancing on a pole over the weekend?
We'll have to explain that story.
Because Hopi was at Aunt CJ's house. Aunt CJ has a pole in her living room. And Aunt Kayla decided to try to teach Hopi how to go upside down on the pole. And Hopi told her friends and her teacher.
Which she also told her teacher, I have 2 aunts that are lesbians. I cannot tell you.
Love each other.
I cannot tell you how many times I got a phone call from the school.
I love it. But no, what Corey's saying is the sad truth, but it's also awesome at the end of it. Because, yes, people have their own demons. They're going to fight their own demons one way or another. But she's saying she's here for it. And that's what family's supposed to do. It's family's supposed to stick together. You may see your ups, your downs, your sideways, your disagreements, but at the end of the day, you're all one family. You all have to be there for each other.
Look, you may not always get along. You know, same thing with friends. You may not always get along. You may not always live next to each other. But it doesn't mean that you stop being friends, and it doesn't mean that you actually stop being family.
That is true.
And as Taylor said, Corey Stevens, I know, sis. And Taylor, just as well. You know that as being here on the show with us, you know that we're all here together, and you know that everybody is here, and anybody will talk to you anytime you need to. Just as anybody in the chat would gladly talk to one another, and any of us here on the shows would gladly talk to any one of you. I feel my biggest regret is not saying goodbye to AJ at the hospital, but couldn't have the memory. All right, I know where she's at with this one. Not that long ago, the night of the fire, AJ passed out front of the building. And Brandon sat on the ground with AJ and held him as he took his last breaths. not that long ago when we had that anniversary the at the site, Steph. You always see me standing in the one spot. That's where your brother was. But Brandon had asked me and your stepmother if there was a picture from that night of him and AJ. And we told him, no, he doesn't understand. But this is not a memory you want. And unfortunately, I know Rodney went in to see him, and Rodney has that memory, and I have that memory, and Jamie has that memory. Stephanie, honestly, it's not a memory I'd want you to have. If I could take all of you and take away your memories of all of this, I would.
I'm right there with you.
I mean, Mr. Knast remembers being at work, getting the call. I remember learning all of the horrible news and going, where do I even begin? Stephanie, I know you can still talk to him. You still have peace of him. But it's something that haunts me every single night. And this is why I don't sleep. All of these images haunt me every single night of my life. And it's something I have to live with. It's not something anybody else should have to live with.
Agreed. Brendan. Yes, loved ones will always look down on you. They will send you signs.
Yep.
Good, bad, indifferent. They're always going to be looking down on you, and they're going to sometimes kick in your ass, and you're going to say, okay, I guess I got to do this.
Yep. Guess what? Here comes a smack in the ass to get your head out. There you go. This is in bed by me and Shannon every night. Want to guess what's in here?
Stuffed animal of some sort.
This is AJ's pillow.
Huh.
It came out. We got it out.
It's destroyed.
It's destroyed, and that's why it's inside of another pillowcase. But that was his pillow.
Llamas.
Llama.
Llama.
Oh my God!
I
No,
was
we're
telling
not.
Rob about that today.
We're not going to talk about llamas.
Llamas. Fucking go, Brandon.
Hope had something for llamas. We actually got her Switch, and it has Minecraft in it. And we don't turn it on because when you turn it on, you get attacked by like a million fucking llamas right out the door. She had a llama farm, and I mean a lot of llamas. Sorry for venting. My therapist told me to be more open, so I'm trying. There is nothing wrong. There is nothing to be sorry for about speaking your mind. Nothing at all.
Don't need to be sorry whatsoever. This is why we have shows like this, so people can open up.
Yeah.
We encourage it.
Yeah. Don't keep it bottled up. Look, get it out. So you're venting. It's not venting.
It's healing.
It's releasing that feeling that is just burying you right down to the ground going, oh my God, I feel like I'm being crushed. Maybe that little bit that you talked about, maybe you feel a little bit more, you know what, I feel like I can get a little bit better breath going.
Yeah. I, again, 100% agree.
And Taylor says to her sister, I'd like to believe that. Don't be sorry. Don't let it bottle up. And there you go, right there.
Perfect way to put it.
That. I'm glad I said goodbye to my brother, and I told him I loved him the day he passed. You know what, Cora? That is one of the things that a lot of people actually don't get that opportunity. And I've seen a lot of things where grief actually is harder because of people saying they didn't get the option to say goodbye. But again, it's not goodbye. It is a temporary, hey, I'll see you at some point. Maybe not soon, but we'll see each other again. Goodbyes are forever. And as I put up in a post not that long ago, nothing is forever.
No, I mean, I jumped on. I mean, my crazy story about saying goodbye to people like real quick is I remember I don't know if Cousin Cruz jumped in or not, but like she told me, "Hey, you might want to get out of here. It's not looking good." I literally booked a last minute flight out to Colorado to go see my father before he passed. Unfortunately, I did not make it in time. He had passed about 45 minutes before I landed. But kept telling us news. I'm going to make it. My son's going to be here. My son's on his way. He knew I was coming. So sometimes in your mind, you may not be able to say goodbye to that person, but they know you're with them in spirit, in your mind, your heart. So yes, unfortunately, I didn't make it to actually say goodbye to him, but in a sense, I did because I was able to go see him before they took him away. To say see you later, say I love him, and to me, that's the type of closure that some people get, some people don't get. But that's a memory I always stick in my mind as he knew I was on my way.
That was like with my grandmother. My grandmother was in a nursing home, and myself, Miss Grimm, and the three older grandchildren, we didn't have AJ and Hope at that time, all went to see her. She saw all of us, and the following Monday, she passed. And I think it was because she had seen all of her grandchildren together, myself and the great grandchildren, and she made peace with it. And I believe that's how it was. But I remember my Nana, when I passed at 6, I never got to see her because unfortunately she was passing a cancer. And they didn't think it was good for the younger children to see her. So I didn't get to see her pass. So I didn't get any time with her before then. And it was something that bothered me for a long time, even up into my older years. And same thing with my father. My father passed in 2004. And it was just out of nowhere. And I didn't get to say goodbye or anything. The next image I had of my father was in the hospital when we went in to see him. Who did beautiful Hope get her attitude from? Grimm or Miss Grimm? Probably both. Dog.
That's a toss-up.
That is a toss-up. One of the things that we always did with the kids, we taught them to stand up and speak for what was right. We taught them, look, when you're at home, you know what? So they use some foul language and stuff like that. You know what? They were going to do it out on the streets with their friends. We taught them to be their own people, their own individual people. Yeah, they got some attitude from us, and they walked around with their head held high, but you know what? They lived at that age, like I say to you on every Friday night, don't take any shit. And they didn't. They had 3 older brothers. Well, Hope had, 3 older brothers and an older sister. AJ had 2 older brothers and an older sister. They didn't take any shit. They walked down the street, they held their head high, and you know what? If they seen something wrong, they spoke up on it. We heard from people about AJ was one of the few people that stood up for this girl that was in his class. That's amazing.
Absolutely.
Hope. I remember Hope turning around. I think she pushed some little girl on the playground because she was messing with Hope's boyfriend. They were their own people. And I couldn't be more proud of them for being their own people.
True.
I'm telling you, Elena would laugh at you and hear Hope's little evil laugh. I'm like, oh boy, we have the spawn of Hope running around here. Please help us. And that is true. I have heard that child giggle, and I just kind of go,
And you know what? It's probably only going to get worse.
and we are being joined by Miss Heather Dot.
Oh, Heather.
Telling Renee, I would say the attitude is a morals thing. She could potentially have a good thing there, yeah, because Stephanie Spawn has one hell of an attitude, and Alex can get an attitude, and Brandon definitely has an attitude.
I've seen all three. So
Yes. Corey.
Hi, Heather.
Heather Dot, welcome in. Hello, everyone. I'm going to take his urn with me. You know what? There's nothing wrong with that. And I'd be the first one to turn around if somebody looked at me and went, you got a problem? Or would you like to say hi? Again, if this is what's making you happy,
Do it.
do it. Don't just, oh, I'm not going to do it because I think people are going to think different of me. Guess what? Let people think different. What's the first thing that I have said, Cora? Only the people that are sane are in the insane asylums. All us crazies run around here on the world. We run the world. If it's making you happy, do it. Who cares what anybody else thinks? Let them talk. Hey, guess what? That lady's carrying an urn. Guess what? Let them say something. It only makes you more famous.
That is true.
Don't go by what other people go by, just to make society acceptable for the world.
Agreed.
Mr. Dustin says he is driving, but here, thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Dustin.
There was nothing you could have done. I imagine that is Gwen talking to me about that, and
how you were blaming yourself, and we all have to tell you don't blame yourself.
Feeds right into that, and I understand that, and I appreciate all of you, and I thank you very much. But it's for all of you that have known me as long as you have known me. I mean, you've known me now for about 18 years, Mr. Knast, and I think Gwen and Tree have known me about 18 years. Cora's known me since before I could walk.
Jeez.
And Cora just knows how the Marls men are. Each one of us, the Marls men, my father, my grandfather, I'm not sure about my uncle and myself, we carry as much burden on our shoulders as we can to try and lift the weight off of somebody else. And that's, I don't know if it's genetic or it's just our makeup or it's how we're brought up, but that's always been us. So I do thank you all for saying not to blame myself. And again, I say it's easier to say, but it's not. It's so much harder not to do. If that makes any sense.
It does.
You're not to blame anything for anything a person does. You can control yourself. My sister killed herself 5 years ago. I know the pain. I am sorry about your sister's passing. Again, as she is saying here, she is right. You can't blame yourself for somebody else's actions. Somebody else's actions is going to. They've already had this made up in their mind before anything else can be done or said. So your last word could be to this person is, hey, I'm going home. I'll see you later. And then this person does what they're going to do. And then you're turning around going, oh my God, I should have stayed there longer. They wouldn't have done it. It was already made up in their mind.
Yeah, that's the sad reality. I mean, that's why I said a couple months ago on the show, like, one of the biggest things I'm proud of myself for doing is not taking my own life.
And I will say, as of recently, there have been a couple people, and I will not give names, but there have been a couple people that have come to me and have said, look, I have considered taking my life. And I'm like, I guess we're going to sit here and talk as long as I need to talk.
Yeah.
I don't care if we got to talk for hours upon end. Guess what? We are going to get through this one way or another. Me and you and anybody else you want to bring in.
It's true.
Corey says he had his own demons. His brother actually told me he had done this before. His brother thought he had planned it for a while, but waited. And there you go. That is right there. That, again, as she is saying, he's already had this in his mind. There's nothing that you could have done except for delay it.
No, you know somebody personally who took their life.
That is true. I didn't think about that. I do know somebody that took their life. They went out front and they actually hung themselves in front of their girlfriend, fiance, and she did nothing at all while he hung himself, and he took his own life. None of us know why, and he was a good friend through high school, and he was funny as shit, but he had his own demons. We all have our own demons, one way or another, every single day.
Yeah, I mean, I fought mine for many, many years.
Lost our Uncle Brian to suicide, lost Aunt Kimmy back in 2005 from CHF, and her death is one that stays with me forever. I am not sure what CHF is.
Congenital heart failure.
Thank you.
I think
It might
I
be
could
it.
be wrong. Your grandmother had congenital heart failure.
Yeah, she had basically she had a disease like that too. Certain deaths certain deaths hit us differently, and I don't understand why. Some are harder than others.
Your grandmother, you didn't shed a tear.
Some are easier than others. Like when my grandmother went. Now my grandmother raised me. When she passed, I didn't shed a tear. And it's not because I didn't care. She was no longer in pain. Every 6 months, you could almost put to the day she was going in for congestive heart failure.
What did she have as a child?
Scarlet fever.
There we go.
And
What's it on your lap? But I don't want to help you.
I have a dog on my lap. Every 6
Get out of
months.
my spot, Luna.
Every 6 months to the day, you could tell she was going to go to the hospital. You knew when it was coming. Like the night before, I can go, look, make sure your phone is charged. Just stay close by the phone. You're going to need it tomorrow. She wasn't in pain anymore.
Brian, shut up.
So some of us hit harder. Some of us don't hit as hard. And I don't understand why. But I think, again, that's between grief and knowing. Like one of the things right now is I was just told Ozzy Osbourne and Sharon Osbourne have a suicide pact. That when Ozzy is no longer able to take care of himself, they will go across seas. They will go to Switzerland, and they will do what needs to be done.
That's crazy to hear.
Now, it's suicide, so is it wrong? Or is it controlling your own fate? And what comes in, is that you playing God?
Well, you're messing with death, that's for sure, but
I mean, if you remember, some of you may remember Jack Kevorkian here in the States, Dr. Death. Don't look at girls' butts. Yes, you look at girls' butts, you get them preggers. Corey Stevens, yeah, Aunt Kimmy's death hit me hard. Again, always not one day that goes by that I don't think of her, and that is
Perfectly fine. Normal.
yeah, that is. It's not just grieving; it is bringing back memories, and that's what I think that might be part of the healing process. And we're being joined by Mr. Gary.
Yeah.
And there's Cora. I'm here for anyone and everyone. I've always been that way. I'm empath, so I can somehow take pain from others to help them feel better.
It's
And
a
that,
very, very hard thing to deal with when you're empathic. Corey, I'm the same way. But when you can't take your own pain away, that's when it's the hardest.
you can always try and take somebody else's away, but again, trying to eat your own pain just sometimes eats you alive. And I am sorry that we are going through the comments slowly. Again, we want to make sure that we get everybody. I don't want to just skip over people. Gwen says, I'm empathic too. It can be so overwhelming at times.
Mm-hmm.
My inbox is always open for anyone who needs to talk. If you don't want me to talk, I'll just listen. I'm here for you all. Thank you, Taylor. That is greatly appreciated. And again, it is something all of us are here for. Anytime, we're always here. As Jackie has said the one day, when you reach out, I will get back to you.
Well, can I say something about this one real quick too? Because it actually brings up a good point. If you
Sure.
don't want someone, because the way she explains this is spot on. You don't always have to reply back to somebody. A silent voice is better than no voice. Sometimes someone just has to get things out. They don't expect you to say anything back in return, but by letting that person vent and get things out makes them feel a hell of a lot better.
Sir, how many nights as a teenager would you call just to vent, and I would just tap on the monitor, on the receiver, just to let you know I was there?
Yeah, and that's all you need to do. That's a silent voice.
Mhm.
So that is awesome that Taylor brought that up, because a silent voice is better than no voice.
Definitely, I work better with others' emotions than my own. How I have no idea, but I do. And you know what? I think a lot of people get that way. A lot of people can say, you know what? I can't handle my own emotions. I'd rather hide them and bottle them up and just pretend they're not there. But if somebody else talks to me, I can handle that. I can listen to them. I can give them, I can give them feedback if they want. But it's hard for us to bring out our own. It shattered our world when I got the call from Damon Sharkey. Yes, that is the call that night of the fire. I don't remember when you got the call, sir. A lot of it is a blur, but
7 o'clock the next morning.
yeah, it was. I don't know how many phones I actually heard fall to the floor that day because people just could not even begin to believe what they're being told.
The thing that hit, like what made me fall the most is thinking about it, is knowing the fact I was talking to you that night. Because you were still with Rouge, I was just starting out with the basement show. You guys had just come on the Tuesday before, and it just grumbled me. It still does. Like, I don't.
Take a minute, sir. If you need to jump out, take a minute.
Well,
No, your whole world shatters. You guys have always been family to me. To hear what's going on, to not to know how she was doing, You know, at the past new AJ. Not no about hope. It stings. It hurts. It still hurts.
Yeah.
Because knowing the fact I was talking to you 2 hours before, and like if I was in Maple Shade, I would have been there faster than that damn fire department.
Yeah.
I would have been there trying to help them get them out. You got a family.
Take a minute, John.
Take a minute. And this is why we put up in the post today that these shows are very, very difficult for a lot of people.
Well, I confess something in the chat.
This is my problem. I keep things bottled up. Yeah. You know what, Cora?
Some morals of plumber tree.
Yeah, we don't fall far from the tree on that. We don't. And it's hard. It is hard to not bottle it up. Venting our pain is what keeps us from being destroyed from the inside out. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I am better with venting than I am showing my emotions, I think.
Yeah, but it's a little sword for us.
Yeah, that is true. It is a very double-edged sword. Some people can vent. Me, a lot of times, I'd rather just rant and rave because you know what? The anger just kind of bottles everything else down. I don't know how you handle things, but don't let it bottle up. Whenever you gotta cry, scream, etc. And you are right, Corey. You're absolutely right. You shouldn't bottle it up. And I tell people they shouldn't bottle it up, but unfortunately, I am not one to take my own advice. But there have been plenty of times, not that long ago, Miss Grimm, what was that, a Wednesday? You took off because
Use it as having a day.
I had one of those days, and Miss Grimm just didn't think I was in the right state of mind to be by myself that day. And it's because I see a lot of kids graduating, and I know that AJ would have graduated 8th grade this year. Something that we won't get to see. So now try not to bottle them up. You really don't want to.
If you got to break down on a live show like I just did, I mean, it happens.
I'm right there, sir. Trust me. I'm trying. Thank you, John and Rev, for providing a forum for the comfort of others. It is something that we try and do. We do so many different things all week long, and we try and give the best content, and we try and make everybody laugh and have a good time and forget about the cares of the world. But in the same prime time of things, you got to take a step back. This show was created originally, as I said, as a video game platform, and we evolved it. Yes, we called it The Memories of Drago and Tink.
You have the Hopi and Asia keyboard on. That's what I call that color. That's the Hopi and Asia color.
Oh, I didn't know what that is.
Blue.
Yeah.
Purple. Yellow. You put yellow and blue together, what do you get? Green.
Okay.
That's the AJ no color.
Friday night, any of you that are joining me on Friday nights, you know that I am one end to another.
He's an asshole.
You join the ladies on ladies' night on Wednesday. You know you're going to get books and this and that. You join
assholes.
And you join Mr. Knast. Mr. Knast isn't an asshole. He's the reason, the voice of reason.
No, he's not.
But
bullshit.
on his shows, he does many different things. He's got his sports spot. He'll talk movies with you. And on Monday nights, you got Mr. Dustin. And Mr. Dustin, he's got his lineup, his guests. And, all the things that he goes through. But there's a point when we all need to just step back and say, hey, look, I want a chance just to get, and again, it doesn't have to be memories of past ones. It could be memories that you want to make. Hey, next year I want to go to Niagara Falls. Okay, hey, that is awesome. What do you want to go see?
Can you stop real quick? Talk to somebody because she's trying to get in your lap as she's over here.
I don't know where she is. Hello, Luna. There you go. That is on the back of the car.
That was the next comment. Sorry.
So, no, we try and we want to give everybody the chance just to, as Taylor said, vent or let their feelings out or let other people know. It just brings everybody closer. It gives everybody, it just shows that everybody, whether it's the Reverend on Friday night that is complete train wreck or a show like this, we're all still humans. We all still have feelings.
That's true. I mean, there might be some of us that have something running our minds, but that's okay.
Yeah. And can you show the picture I sent you? Yes. There is what Holland's does. Holland's was started, originally it was just started by us to just
Put
kind
our
of,
mind into something.
yeah, put our mind to something else and just do something. And it turned into, a lot of people really like it. And, it's all custom work. And
Raya, go lay down.
it's a piece of us and a piece of the kids that go into everything that we do.
Yeah. 100% made with love.
Yes. I remember you telling me AJ's response to Lil getting bullied at school.
Pissed.
Gwen's daughter, Miss Irish Hell, her daughter was getting bullied at school. The fire in somebody's eyes. And don't get me wrong, AJ was a lover,
Not a fighter.
not a fighter. But the fire in that child's eyes that day, I had never seen anything like that in my life.
Mr. Calm, Cool, Collective.
Yeah, he was ready to go have somebody's ass. Brandon has that little red button that if you push it, you better look out. Yep. There you go. That's the morals thing.
Seen that before too.
And Cora said, I knew you before you were born. So there you go. That tells you.
That's my bad. I'm sorry.
Going back to what Johnny said about just missing seeing his father, everyone told me not to go to the funeral home and not to see them, but I had to. I had to see my babies, and I fucked Damon up when he tried to get me off the floor. I was screaming and crying. I knew that was going to be one of
You tried talking me out of it.
the toughest days that I had to face in that entire time period. When Miss Grimm finally came out of her coma, I had to lie to her. And in 18 years that I have been with my wife now, I have never lied to her a day in my life. Ever. And one thing you can count on is when I tell you something, it is the truth. I do not lie to my wife. I had to lie to her every time I saw her, and she asked, well, what about the kids? Kids are fine. We need to worry about you right now. AJ and Hope had already passed. She had no clue. I had no clue how I was even going to tell her. Then I was contacted by the police, and they told me they were going to release the report on Hope, and I'm like, I don't have a choice anymore. I had to take all the bullshit that I shoveled around her bed and tell her the truth. And she didn't believe me. She didn't believe me until she actually saw the news segment.
And even still, if I was just like, I can't believe that this isn't real.
Yeah. Yeah, it was never your fault. Again, thank you, but that is my own personal demon.
We both fight it. I
Yeah.
fight it as well. Even though the firefighter told me I did everything right. Firefighter told me if I had done what I was thinking, that I wouldn't be here. I kept second guessing. Should I have opened the door? Should I have taken the kids to the bedroom? Should I have tried to open a window?
Luna, get out.
Shh. Don't get frustrated with her. She knows you're upset.
I
and
know the
she
problem is where she's moving to, she's going to end up getting stepped on or rolled on with the chair wheel. And so I don't want her to get hurt.
So, I deal with, well, maybe if the firefighter was wrong. Maybe if I opened the window, I could have at least gotten the kids out. I would have sacrificed my life for him to have the kids. And he would have done the same thing for me.
And just as I tell the kids all the time, any one of us would trade anything to have them back. And I cannot begin to fathom losing a child.
It's not a pain I wish on anybody.
I have people in my life that I don't like. And then there are people that I absolutely hate. And I know that hate is a very strong word. I would not wish the people I hate into this club. And again, they call it a club. We know a few people that have lost their kids, and everybody says, we are all together in this club, and
Club no parent wants to be in.
Yeah, no parent wants to be in it. Nobody wants to be in it.
Why don't you do me a favor?
Mm.
Because I can see everything, and I love you, and I know you too well. Tell them to hold on for a second, switch to mobile, and go smoke a cigarette.
Oh, in order to switch to mobile, I need to do that. Okay. Shannon, I wanted to see my brother at the funeral home, but I know my family would have said no.
Oh, my entire family told me no. My entire family told
Sometimes you gotta go get your family court.
Yeah. Heather said, "Oh yeah, I remember that. I know who you were talking about." That's when I was saying about the friend that
Tom.
Yeah, Tom, that took his life.
You know the only reason I remember his name? 10 Second Tom.
10-second Tom. I know someone who shot himself in the head in front of his wife and their 7-year-old son. I couldn't even imagine what that would do to that family.
Well,
I go to a laundromat down here, and I was talking to somebody, and they actually recognized me. And, I told him the story. And he was telling me a story that his nephew had just killed himself. And his mother was on the phone with him.
real quick, I'm going to tune in from out there.
Yeah.
That while I'll go live. That way you can do a seamless switch.
All right. And she heard the shot go off on the phone, and he killed himself on the phone with his mother. And that was the very last thing that she heard from her son. So to shoot yourself in front of your wife and your 7-year-old, one thing your wife, a child.
Yeah, that's giving everybody the same. I mean, well, I won't name names, but I know someone who found their father after their father had taken their own life, and it's hard.
He did it to hurt his wife. Yeah, he hurt his wife, but the scar that he left on that child will last for an eternity.
Yep.
Jackie says, I'm back, guys. Tonight's show really got to me. I needed a quick minute. Jackie, that is completely fine. As we have always said, it is not an easy show at all for anybody. We know this.
I'm a perfect example.
Mr. Nast, trust me, I am already. Miss Grimm wants me to get up and walk away for a minute because she can see it on me. But there is no reason to. If you need a minute, guys, please take the time, take a minute. It's okay, we understand. It's not easy for anybody.
The reason I say going back to regretting and Aunt Grimm having to tell me when I woke up. Some of you do know, some of you don't know. I have a traumatic brain injury and I have severe memory loss. I have my good days where I can remember shit, and then I have bad days where I can't remember my own name. There are many of times that I've had to ask Grimm, when's our anniversary? When is this? When or that? Babe, I'm going to put something out there, and if you're going to get mad at me, you're going to get mad at me. I wasn't the best wife before all this happened. I did some pretty fucked up shit. And I don't remember. But when it comes to arguments, I get upset because I don't know what he's talking about. And then he gets upset and pissed off because he's telling me shit that's going to hurt me, or he's not telling me anything. So it's not just the physical pain, it's the mental too. My biggest, everybody says to talk about your loved ones so you can keep their memory alive. What if you can't remember? It is a dual-edged sword. My psychiatrist, my doctors have all told me it's my body protecting me. How can you mourn somebody if you can't remember? I would kill just to remember what AJ smelled like, what Hope's hair smelled like, their voices. I have to do that through videos. And it is the hardest. It is the hardest thing to deal with. Oh, I would kill see here, mommy. I love you. Anything like that.
And AC says, "Hi, Miss Grimm." Corey
Hey,
says, "Oh my God." Gwen says, "It's understandable." Jackie, understandable, Jackie. Oh, I know I can't ever get rid of my pain, but I'm glad I can help other people.
That's what it's all about, is helping
It's
each other through the hardest of days.
My phone ID always on. I may not answer right away, but I'm always check my messages. I know how you feel, John. I'm afraid I will explode one day keeping things bottled up. Unfortunately,
And you definitely don't want that to happen.
no. They do great work. I brought a candle from my brother and a shirt. They turned out great. Thank you for greatly appreciate that. Troy says,
Tora is one of our biggest sponsors.
that is true. Shannon, your story sits so heavy on my heart. I am sorry that it's Jackie.
I appreciate it. Like I said, I wouldn't wish this pain And what Grimm and I tell everybody, and hon, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Yes, we're in court. Yes, this is illegal. I could give a fuck less about the money. I don't want another set of parents to have to go through this pain and have to bury their children. Because I will tell you something. That is the worst fucking pain of your life. I don't care if you've been. I don't want another family to have to go through that. And I sympathize for parents who lose children. Sometimes I wonder, would it have been different if the kids were terminally ill? Would that have made a difference? But
And Corey says, honey. Irish says, that's why you have us, Shan. We'll never let you forget. Cora says, I am so very sorry for you both. I love you both, and I'm here for both of you. Thank you very much. I wish I could hug you, Shannon. My heart is broken for you, and that is from Wild Rose Taylor. And Troy says he loves us both. Thank you. I love you guys so much and ache for you. Thank you, Gwen. Our children are supposed to bury us. That is absolutely
the truth.
the truth. You are not supposed to bury your children. Your children are to bury you. You are supposed to get older and be a burden on your children.
Side note,
Fun.
I can't wait for you to get old and play with your poop and make Stephanie come pick it up.
She's always got a way of turning things.
I gotta make myself smile one way or another.
That is true. And Spawn is back.
That's why I said what I said.
We are at the bottom of the comments. We have 18 people. We have 13 reactions. We are 1 hour, 53 minutes in. Love to you, Rev and Miss Grimm. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. Not it. I'm over here tearing. You guys are strong. Thank you, Jackie. At this point here, I am.
No, but before you run the video, and
no, I'm not going to run the video. I'm actually going to take the break outside for a minute, unless you want to jump off, sir.
No, I'm just saying. I was just going to piggyback off Jackie's comment. I'm over here cheering. You guys are incredibly strong. You're the strongest people I've ever met.
I'm going to step out for a minute. Also, much love to you guys. Make Ben Franklin do it. If we could also just please I cannot even begin to start talking about how much I understand. Thank you, Dustin. You have told me your story. Again, I am sorry, but thank you very much. From my own head trauma and lost Shannon, he'll be throwing hit poop at Spawn. That is true. And there is Kelsey. Real quick, I am going to back out of studio. I will be joining you again mobile in a second. Please, love you both. And thank you.
Bring me a paper towel, please.
Story. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. If we could get a quick roll call, please. And remember, just a regular roll call. It's not an open, it's nothing else. It's just, hey, I'm here. Or just put something in chat to let us know you're here, please. And I will be right back on mobile. Thank you, Dustin.
Thank you, everybody, for the kind words. I do appreciate it. It's just like I've said over and over. This is not something I would ever imagine that we would have had to go through. We've been through trials and tribulations. We were dating for 3 months when he had his near fatal accident and shattered everything from his waist up.
Which that's actually anniversary is this Friday.
Which that anniversary is this Friday. Okay. You know, I had to, not to be fresh or smart, I had to feed him. I had to wipe his ass. I had to bathe him. You know, I thought that was nothing but
of me after that act. There was nothing left.
No. And he lost a large part of himself in that accident. And I was talking to somebody tonight on the phone, and I had explained that when you lose a family member, you lose a part of yourself.
I would agree with that.
You lose a child, and you lose yourself. It's different for Grimm as being dad. Dad made them. I carried them.
Yeah.
I carried them. I felt them move. I felt the first kick, the first everything. And that is something that it's something that can't be replaced. There's been family members who have said, "Why don't you have another child?" I couldn't. I couldn't even begin. Besides the fact that I can't, my tubes are. Hope isn't 101. I broke that shit. I had a tubal litigation after Hope. But I would not want to bring a child into this world with how unstable him and I are. It would never be fair to that child. And by the godforsaken 0.1% that tubal failed and I got pregnant, I don't know what Grimm and I would do. I don't. I mean, we'd raise it, we'd keep it, we'd have it, but I
barely take care of myself most days
Yeah.
anymore.
You have the family support behind you, guys. You know that.
Yeah, no, I know.
There you got a little from Gary.
But not to interrupt last time, the scary part is if that was to ever happen, the combination of the two of them and a child, the thought terrifies me.
Say hello to your new host at the basement show.
Yeah, say hello to your new host of the basement show. AJ and Hope reincarnated. I mean, hell, we think Hope is part of Elena, and Elena alone is, she's all her Aunt Hope.
Mhm.
All her Aunt Hope. Even to the point of arguing with Pop, because Hope would rile him up just for the fucking hell of it.
Gary says hello. Hey, cousin crew, hope you all having a great day. Dustin here, Cora, the one and only Sissy is here, present from Taylor, Hugh and Glenn, hashtag justice for Adrian Hope from Jackie, Corey saying hey, Kelsey and Dustin, Kelsey saying hey, Shannon, you're on my ride and die, and I will always stand by you. That is very, very true. We always stand by the Grimm in one way or another. Adrian Hope gave hope from Miss Taylor, which is an awesome hashtag to start talking about, which we will talk about when we wrap up. Hashtag more strong, another good one. Cool with the hashtag justice for Adrian Hope. And Stephanie says, speaking of spoiling herself, she came into my phone because she heard you, Shan.
That's because I'm Nana and I'm awesome.
Nana's awesome.
I'm surprised she hasn't brought her over here after she saw that we were crying. But I'm going to bring up a memory. It's actually one memory that I do have, and it's because the memory was called on video. Do you remember when you shaved your head and your face at the same time and put the towel over your head? And AJ going, oh my God. And Hope turns around so straight faced and goes, Daddy, you're ugly.
Yep, I remember.
There was that. There was, I'm trying to remember some of the things that I've seen that I can actually remember.
The one you told me a couple times was the morning that I was picking on Hope, and then no, he was picking on AJ. Hope came and said, "No, that you're on your own or something."
Oh yeah, no. AJ threw Hope to the wolves and told her she was on her own.
The morning of the fire, Shannon went and got coffee from Wawa. And real quick, thank you, Corey. And being a parent myself, I feel your pain. I wasn't on at the time. I have that video because I love to hear him say sissy. Shannon went up to go and get me coffee from Wawa because Wawa was right up the corner. And I stayed laying in the bed. And AJ came in and Hope came in. And I started tickling AJ, and AJ goes, Hope, help me. So Hope automatically rushes in to help. And I start with her, and she goes, AJ, help me. And he gets up and goes over to the door and goes, nope, you're on your own. And walks out the room and leaves her to be tortured. I could practically hear Hopi saying that. AJ said, we got to call a show Sissy and Alex.
Okay, call and show Sissy in it.
Call.
When he shaved his head.
Oh, okay. Remember the day Kay took them to Build-A-Bear?
We warned her.
Yeah, she was warned not to go to
She
Build-A-Bear.
was fucking warned.
Kay said that was one of the most expensive days of her life. I'm like, well, you earned that. Everybody, we are in at 2 hours now. And we know that this has been a very tough show for some of you here. And at this point, I will ask the chat if they would like to keep going a little bit more. We can. If they would like to reflect on the things that have been said and things that they can remember their memories and they want to do theirs, we can. I am going to ask our hosts here if they are still able to go or if they are at the tough mental spot. I don't know exactly what I'm looking for.
I mean, I as a creator of the show, know that I'm here as long as my chat wants to be here. I fight through it. I'll continue to fight. So.
And that
You
is
guys have. I've cried. You've seen me cry. It's not the first time that I've cried.
But I mean, I cried on a live show before myself, especially you made one comment that one like, that was the night before. That was bad.
Yeah. She looked like she had been through a minefield when she got home.
Yes, Hope Elizabeth.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for sharing your stories. My condolences to everyone who have lost someone. Thank you, Jackie. That is absolutely amazing. Again, all of us send out our condolences. And Jackie, a very special happy heavenly birthday coming to your friend this coming Thursday. I believe you said that is the mental limit. Yeah. Some people may be at their mental limit now, and this is not something that we want you guys to go through. Your mental capacity. Thank you, Jackie. Yes, it is. It is a tough show. Sometimes Drago and Tink is an easier show, but we knew this was going to be a little bit more difficult coming back after not doing it for a while. We knew this was going to be one of the tougher shows. I can tell you tonight there are banners, and
I mean, even the outro might make people tear up a little bit. And outro will hit.
The outro is going to hit. You know, we sat and we had said we were going to bring this back. A lot of people asked that we would bring this back, and we kind of put it together really quick, but we kind of knew what direction we wanted to go. So again, I will open the floor to anyone I'm happy with myself. I found a long-term therapist to help me work through my issues.
And
And
that's actually key to trying. You'll never recover, but if you can learn things to help making coping a little bit better, like I just found out yesterday that my issues with it being dead quiet is from my childhood.
of course, said I need this with all the shit I have been through. Thank you. I mean, I hope that tonight we have been able to help some of you to bring to surface some of your feelings, whether they were good feelings, bad feelings, upset feelings. Uh, some people had guilt feelings. I'm looking for a good therapist. Cora Plummer definitely agreed. This is the first time I've been in this Drago and Tink show, so it was nice being able to talk and hear everyone's stories.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's about. I'm going through sage therapy. Yes, it's again. There are people that are here tonight that have never been in a Drago and Tink show. As I said, sometimes they're a little bit tougher. I know that before we left on our hiatus back in May, a Friday night, instead of being the Reverend Grimm show, we did a Drago and Tink, and we did a Drago and Tink to AJ and Hope because the 7th was coming, the 7th of May, and it was a very very tough show to do.
Yeah.
And as we said, this happens to be one of the tougher shows. Um, same. I love this. Thank you.
I can't promise that this will be every week. To be completely honest, I don't know if I could handle it every week.
We had said that this probably would be a we would do this on an occasion. Um,
I say like maybe like once a month.
like I know that right now that you can put on your calendars that August 22nd, which is a Friday night, it will not be a Reverend Grimm show. It will be a Drago and Tink show. It will be because Hope's birthday will be on that Sunday. And I have already let the rest of our crew know that after that show, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, myself and Miss Grimm would be unreachable for a little while. I don't think the silent tears have stopped flowing tonight. I don't believe so. Our job wasn't to upset you. Our purpose tonight was to, as I said, maybe give people a chance just to catch a breath of fresh air. Maybe something you've been sitting on for a while and you just haven't been able to, you know what, I haven't been able to get it out because I don't feel comfortable to. We want you to feel comfortable here.
Yeah, it's raising awareness is the easiest way to do it. Easiest way to say it. I mean,
I just want to say a major thank you for the 3 hosts up there who had the ultimate loss. You guys are amazing.
I
Thank
mean,
you, Jackie. It's
Jackie, I mean, not to sell myself short, being Uncle Johnny and all that, but these two are the ones you should be thanking. You know, the strongest, incredible people I know. Like I said, they were family. And just these two deserve all the praise for doing what they do.
and we
That just made me think of something Hope said. Mommy, I want to go to the lake. We can't go to the lake. Everybody's working. But I wanted to go to the lake. We can't go to the lake. Everybody's working. I miss our dysfunctional family. Now, dysfunctional family in that reference was all of the adopted aunts and uncles, Gingy, Tyler, Aunt CJ, Aunt Kayla, Damien,
And Brit,
Brit, and Damon, and just the days of, going to Batstow and Tyler driving with his feet and AJ thinking it was the best thing in the world, or Pope stopping the whole entire caravan for a turtle. This tiny little stink pod that was maybe this big.
crawling across the road. She didn't want him to get smushed. We
She
had to stop.
stopped. We were probably 4 or 5 cars deep, and we all stopped on a dime. You know, Alex had been down there. Brandon had been down there. There is a locket of the kids' ashes in Batstow Bridge.
Yep. No, is it when you guys
Um,
put them there?
I think that was probably one of the most hardest things for Gingy to do. But he was the only one that could do it. Yeah, I miss our dysfunctional family. Even though she'd kick the shit out of everybody. She
Tough
would.
love boots.
No,
Daddy, I have to poop. There's no bathroom here. Well, what am I going to do? I guess I'm pooping in the woods.
So she turned around and said, "Not only does the bear shit in the woods, so do I."
And
Yep.
she walked out and went, that was a big one.
Yeah, it was kind
And
of.
then she wanted to show everybody.
It was right in the middle of the path, so if you weren't watching, you were going to step in it.
I love it.
Everybody, none of us here tonight want you to be upset. None of us want you to have upsetting feelings or that sense of loss. Tonight was sharing your stories. Not only did you get that air into your lungs, but you also, in the process, became closer with, as we had started, the dwellers, the family that you guys have become of the basement show, and the family that you guys have all become to all of us here on the basement show. I remember every time we came over, Hopi would jump up and down, throwing her arms and legs out, shouting, Aunt Gwen, Uncle Tree, Morgan, Lil, and KK.
That's because Tree was Hope's human.
Yep, and I can visualize it and hear it when I close my eyes.
And Morgan and Hope were 2 peas in a pod. They were the twins of destruction. And then AJ and Lil. AJ's first major crush.
That sits in front of my desk. That sits in front of me. Every show, every day, every time I'm sitting here, they're right here staring at me.
That was one of their favorite places to be, too.
Monster Mania. And that was with their favorite person, Chainsaw Man.
That's the same one where we got with Hope and the Plague, right? The Plague Doctor?
Yep, and that is also the same one that Charlie Hunnam said I'm cute. Yep. I've been super depressed the past week. I would say I feel like the show tonight helped me relieve a little pain that's been heavy on my heart. So thank you, Taylor. Thank you. Thank you all for coming in. I'm glad to have you guys that I can talk to. Again, any of you can talk to us at any time. She literally threw her little limba straight. I hate this little G thing down in the corner. It gets in the way of stuff.
I don't know what she's trying to say on that one.
And we are? Maybe little person. I don't know.
Like I said, the little G is right at the corner of the last word, so I can't even see what it. Straight out.
Virtual hugs. I appreciate that, Core.
Thank you, Corey. We greatly appreciate that. All
You
of you.
know, it's probably a good thing that I took a gummy tonight because that may have helped a little bit.
That's what this show slash family is all about. Absolutely. She nailed that straight on the head.
Yep, and guess what? There you go. Right there. That one got started tonight. That's what this show family is all about. Limbs. Opie looks so tiny and beautiful, but sounds like she was a little fire. Oh, yeah.
Firecracker. I'm just saying with Jackie.
Oh, yeah. No.
Hope
He kept you on your toes. That was for sure.
we
Even if
used
you're
to
doing-
say she was a blissful mix of Stevie Nicks and Elton John. The fire and the spirit in that child could either light a room up or burn it down. And my lord, the amount of clothes that child went through because she had to do an outfit change every 5 fucking minutes.
Yeah, and then after just doing laundry that day, the next, I don't have any underwear. What do you mean you don't have any underwear? We just did laundry. I don't have any underwear. Where are they? In the laundry basket. You wore them for 2 seconds. Go get them out of the laundry basket. You didn't wear them that long. Go.
Or daddy having a fit because we'd have to go get little Miss new shorts and her top of her back thighs would be showing and daddy having a fit because everything looked so tiny on her. But she was tiny.
Hey, I'm clenching my vape. Oh, yeah, she was tiny, and no, she was not going to dress like a hooch on my watch.
I mean, she wasn't shy about calling in the virgin either when you're on a live show talking about her cousin having explosive diarrhea.
Yeah, she did that the one day on Verge.
I can
laying across Grimm's chair and Hopi laying across her back. I would love when they come to visit my job. They were lots of fun.
That's because they wanted free cookies.
Yeah, they liked it because what can we get today?
I can still hear 2 funny stories. AJ had just gotten his iPhone and realized because he was hooked up to all the electronics that he could screen share. I remember sitting in the living room watching Jeopardy and AJ's phone popping up on screen saying, "Can somebody bring me toilet paper? I ran out."
Yeah.
Or
there's nothing like seeing that across a big 86-inch screen TV. I need toilet paper. I can't get it, and I ran out. No, I'm not coming in there.
Or
I hope to do it.
or Hope taking a shit like a grown man and coming out and gloating about it because she was proud of it and wanted daddy to take a picture to send to Gingy.
Or when she clogged the toilet. I clogged that shit.
Yep.
I think the best day was that Hope decided she wanted to eat a whole box of Lucky Charms.
She cried so hard.
Oh my God, what's the matter? Something's wrong. What's wrong? My poop's green. You're fine. Trust me, it's okay. You're fine.
She was hysterics. She was so upset because she didn't understand. Or AJ never had to be on pain medication for anything. Hope did.
I will never forget that. We have the video of that.
Somewhere. Hope on ketamine when they had to do plastic surgery on her finger after an accident. Comes out. They're trying to get her to eat. They give her a popsicle. She tried eating it stick first. We turned it around for her. She is slobbering all over herself. She turns around to Daddy, because at that point Grimm had pink in his beard, and goes, "Daddy, your beard is so pink." And then she said she was hungry. We gave her a banana, and she tried eating it upside down with the peel on it.
Yeah, Hope was pretty funny on ketamine.
And then Hope had almost the same reaction when they gave her laughing gas. And we went,
Remember that day? Johnny's
we
gonna
went,
love this.
so I forget exactly what she was having done. They were doing something that they needed to kind of like sedate her for. And hold on. So we're sitting there. Neither one of us can be in the room because it's sterile, but we can watch. We took her out of school for it because we knew it was going to be like a procedure. And we go, we do this. She gets all done. We walk over to the Audi that was next door in Mount Laurel. And we're like, come on, Hope. Like, come on, you got to stay with us. Well, she was not paying attention. Walked into one of the aluminum support beams in Aldi. All you hear is the gong through the store. And she's just sitting on her butt laughing. To her, it was the funniest thing in the world. We're all mortified thinking she slit her head open because she hit it so hard. It's like Freya hitting the banister outside.
Had to make a late run to Steph Mart.
Ah,
So we have 19 people in chat.
Which
We are
is
2
amazing.
hours. That is absolutely amazing that everybody has joined us tonight. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give everybody at least that couple minutes. If we could get a roll call while we're doing that, I am going to run our closeout. And we will see how everybody is when we come back from our closeout. Because again, I don't want to overwhelm too much with everybody. And everybody has been so absolutely amazing tonight. You guys are the MVPs. I can't say enough. Thank you all for sharing your stories. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We're going to run this little bit of commercial. We will do this roll call, and we'll come back and see how it's all going. I lose track of this all the time. I got it.
Should we read the episode?
Yep, I got it. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Everybody, 2 hours and 25 minutes, 26 minutes, 18 people, 14 reactions. I can't even tell you how many comments. Let's see. On our roll call, we've got Jackie, Cora, Taylor, Forgotten Podcast, Corey, Gwen, Heather. All you guys are absolutely amazing. Every single one of you tonight. And I
And the
know
4
that,
people on YouTube that haven't said a word.
yeah, well, I could be one of those people. I will admit. I
YouTube
could.
stalker.
That is true. I mean, you never know.
Stalking runs in his family.
That is true. Taylor says, hashtag justice for AJ and Hope. AJ and Hope gave Hope a moral strong. Thank you. Greatly appreciate that. 18 people at almost 10:30 at night. Absolutely amazing. You guys have shared with us, and it has been an absolute honor for myself to hear your stories.
Yeah,
I am honored that you shared your stories with me, with us here. You all are part of the basement family. We tell you guys every night, you guys are the MVPs. You guys are what makes these shows happen.
Yep.
You do.
For that closeout video, I will say it's up to date. We were getting that much closer to 1,000 followers on Facebook, and me personally, for someone who started the page, I am blown away. I'm speechless to know that we're within an arm's reach of it. I mean, just so for everyone who's joined in on the fun lately, you guys are amazing. I can't thank you guys enough. I know Grimm and Miss Grimm can't thank you enough. We got Taylor, Irish Hell, Dustin. I mean, everyone who helped grow this platform, these shows, everyone who watches our shows, and even YouTube. The subscriber count on YouTube is up to almost 135. So it's just amazing, and it's like mind blowing. Is the best way to put it.
Thank you, Forgotten Podcast. All hail the Basement Show. Greatly appreciate that. Thank you.
Gonzo!
Well, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be staying on my phone because it is very, very, very fucking hot. Right now it's leaning against the iced tea bottle and I look really, really tubby sitting like this, but oh well.
We are actually going to start getting ready to do a closeout. We're one big fucked up dysfunctional family. Yeah.
Amen to that.
Yeah, that is true. The cast here on the Basement Show, we are definitely dysfunctional. There is something wrong with each one of us.
Well, I'll put it to you this way: I adopted all these people. Okay, so blame me if anything.
You didn't adopt me.
I invited you on the show. That's technically adopting you.
No, we've been childhood besties for fucking over 25 years.
I understand that, but when it comes to the show, I dragged you with my fish hook.
Did you just say fish hook?
I did.
Fish hook.
Motherfucker, stop rubbing off on him. That was bad. Damn it. That is something I didn't think I'd ever hear come out of his mouth, and he just brought a fucking fish hook.
And the funny thing is, she's in the middle of the both of us, which makes it even better.
Oh, God. On that note,
I'm calling your mother. I saw that note. That's what she said.
So real quick here, follow Mr. Knast. Other shows as well, the Sports Corner with Mr. Knast and the Movie Room. What is that? What is it?
What did you do?
Oh, somebody's going to die, and it's not Grimm for a change.
What did you do? What is this? What is this?
What is it? Miss Grimm has one less flip-flop.
No.
And I'll give you a guess. It's not who you think it was.
Probably Luna.
It was Luna.
She's the close leaf.
Oh, so yes.
Everyone's saying by Shannon.
So Thursday night, you've got Sports Corner with Mr. Knast. Remember, for Mr. Knast stuff, please check the posts because of his work schedule. Sometimes have to be changed a little bit. And the movie room, I believe, is coming in August.
Yes, the page is up, but you can't go live yet. Damn, Facebook and their new policies.
Yes.
So the next one you see is the call 988, which is the suicide prevention hotline. If you can't get a hold of any of us here on the Basement Show because our phones are always on, there's somebody on the other side of this line, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, or 366, depending if it's a leap year. Don't be afraid to reach out. They're there to help you. They're there to consult you, talk you down. Because at the end of the day, you are not alone. We're here for you. They're here for you. Everyone's here for you. So don't feel like you're ever alone because you're really not.
Yeah, no.
Thank you, Mr. Perfect 988. You are not alone. That's still wearable. Yeah, you can still wear that. Just put some duct
That's
tape.
what I said, put duct tape.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight.
Nobody can see you.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in tonight. I have to go have a conversation. I think she's up here.
She is.
She's hiding from me because I yelled at her.
But I like Taylor's comment. I pulled that up on if you had saw it. 988.
Yes.
You are not alone.
I did. That
Which is awesome because you're not. I mean, never feel alone because you're not. I mean, I'm here throughout the day. Grimm's available. Miss Grimm, Irish, Taylor, Dustin, the whole family's here for you.
I'm probably the easiest one to get a hold of because I'm home all day.
Well, that's not true because Taylor always says, I never relax.
That is true. And she's always yelling at me because I don't sleep.
Yeah, she yells at both of us. Like,
That is true. So at this point, do we go for? I know one of the big ones going at the end. We know that. Do we want to go for the one I just added tonight, or do we want to go for the other one?
you can do the one you added tonight first.
All right. So everybody, you all know, go check out Holland's Customs. You've seen some of the work that we've done. Some of you already know the work that we do. You can find it on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Wholesale, the Basement Show is our biggest supporter. And Cora is one of our biggest customers and supporter. And Jackie, go check out if you have any questions about anything that you could need made. Don't hesitate. There is really nothing that we can't do. As you can see, all of Grimm's crap. The only thing you can't see is the laser cutter over here. And Miss Grimm's scared I'm going to cut my finger off with. Poland's is a shit. Thank you, Jackie. Greatly appreciate that. Got 5 comments. I got to go catch up. Someone needs to ground me. Remember, yeah, it's true. Bowing out, y'all. Love everyone. Good night. Good night, Gwen. Thank you for stopping in.
Night, Gwen.
No thanks needed, darling. Okay, so let's get back into here. I'll let you take this one. And I guess I'll take the hardest one of the night.
But the gift of life?
Yeah, I'll let you have that because we all know what's coming.
Yes. As everyone's on to close that video, August 23rd, the gift of life is sponsoring a Phillies baseball game. I don't know if we're still all trying to get tickets for it or not, but we just ask you, plain and simple, consider becoming an organ donor and help save a life. It's a simple form, a simple piece of paper that you have to fill out that can change somebody's life. And as proud of you are, Adrian and Hope, for being part of the gift of life, helping so many other people, we want them here with us. As my biggest thing, I know Grimm will say the same thing. It is awesome what they're doing. They're global ambassadors of an amazing foundation, but we want them here. Plain and simple. We want them here with us instead.
Well, I'm going to bring up the tough one, but before I start discussing it, I'm going to go take a look because we had like 5 comments come in.
So
we
yeah.
got, let's see. Good night, Gwen. Good night, Gwen. Just bought a basement shirt, and they did a great job on it. Night, everyone.
Yeah.
Great show. Good
Hey,
night.
Ron.
Gwen. And thank you, everybody. We couldn't have made tonight's show possible without all of you.
Before you start the last three, you can, like Chris said, you can get Basement Show merchandise off Owen's Custom.
That is true. Yes, you can get
They are awesome at what they do. I have a lot of Basement Show merch. So support the Basement Show.
real quick.
Let people know all about it.
I want to run this real quick before. Go check out Dustin's Etsy shop. Dustin is on Monday nights, so go check that out. He's got a lot of neat stuff over there. Go, get your Goonies coin.
Or no flux given.
That's right, no flux given. He does have those for the anniversary from the
That's it.
the Back to the Future. So keep an eye out. I know he's got a lot of stuff coming up. Now we will get into the hard one. And this is the hardest. Hashtag justice for AJ and Hope. Hashtag AJ and Hope gave hope. I'll let you take that last little part there.
The hashtag Mara Strong. We
Yeah.
think Morgan Peak for that, actually. She's the one that came up with it the day after the fire. That was born May 8th, 2023. And a way of showing Grimm support. Because at the time, we didn't know about Shannon's well-being. We didn't know about Hopi's well-being. We unfortunately had heard about AJ's passing. But we needed to come together, be one. We needed to be holding that strength. And the only way possible to do it was Marvel Strong. So if you go on the Basement Show's TikTok page, you will see the little video I made. It was to show this gentleman here the strength and courage he needed. He was lost in his head. He didn't know where to start. He was frustrated. He was alone. So we came together. We came up with the hashtag Marvel Strong. So he knew he was not alone. He had the strength of everyone behind us. And you actually still see this profile picture on some people's profiles.
Yep.
So kudos and thanks to everyone
Reaper still has it up. Yeah.
Yeah. So kudos to everyone who helped build that hashtag, who still show these fine people the strength and courage they need. But if you ask me, they're still the strongest people I ever met.
Anybody wants to, we can repost it.
And if anybody wants the original Marl Strong logo, we can repost it. We
Yes.
can get it back up there if you are interested in it. But thank you all for the support. We greatly appreciate that. Hashtag justice for AJ and Hope.
Well, you want to do AJ and Hope gave hope first?
Yeah, I'll do that one first. AJ and Hope gave hope. What that means is that's where the gift of life comes into play. AJ and Hope both gave to the gift of life, and there are quite a few people that have already received gifts from both children. I would definitely say AJ and Hope are heroes. They unfortunately they gave the ultimate sacrifice, but in giving the ultimate sacrifice, they also gave other people the hope that they may not have. Hearts and heart valves and sight and bone and tannin and just absolutely amazing. And if anything, it's even more just to show how much strong that gift of life is. We found out that AJ is a universal donor. It means he's not just giving to a few people. He's not just giving to hundreds of people. He could give to thousands of people. Just that little bit could go so very far and changing so many people's lives. As I had said many times, we had that celebration of life, and a lot of people were there. And that room was limited for 300 people, and there were over 600 people. And the thing is, they all knew the stories about the kids. They didn't just show up to show up, but they knew the kids. And I could only say that in my life, I could hope to touch that many people in a way to even be remembered like that. is absolutely unbelievable. The hashtag justice for AJ and Hope. Where this falls is, again, as Miss Grimm said tonight, no, anybody that is in this club that you will call it, it's not a club that anybody wants to be in. You don't wish it on anybody, but maybe with AJ and Hope getting the justice that they so truly deserve, maybe it'll change and another family doesn't have to go through this, doesn't have to suffer that loss, that grief, that piece that just eats at you every single day, day in and day out. That's why we've always said that this part of the closeout has always been the toughest.
Yep.
Because you're never really sure what to say, what not to say, how to say it. And then sometimes even know that myself and Mr. Knast and Miss Grimm have said it probably thousands of times.
Still doesn't get easy.
Doesn't get any easier, and in the same principle, we don't want it to feel like we are, I don't want to say beating a dead horse, but we just don't want people to feel that, oh my God, they're doing this. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
We look like we're doing okay, but we're not.
And again, it's okay to not be okay. I can tell you most days that the Reverend, myself, you know me, I go by the Reverend here, but many of you know me as Alan. I'm not okay. I know Miss Grimm's not okay. We keep pushing forward. I'm sure there's days that Mr. Knast is not okay, and Gwen, as Taylor said earlier, and we saw in chat, that lately Taylor has not been okay. And it's okay to not be okay. And that's where everybody falls in. And that's where your family comes in. And here in the Basement Show, every one of you is family to us. We all love you. We all appreciate you.
And if someone's going to judge you for not being okay, you know what? Fuck you.
If somebody's going to say, hey, guess what? You're not okay. This doesn't matter. Guess what? This is not somebody you want around. And I'm not even going to close out tonight with, don't take shit from anybody. If you stick around for the outro, please remember it's going to be cause some emotions, but I ask you all to flood the chat with Lord. Let's stand together with the Grimms. Mr. Ness, thank you very, very much. Just like you guys tell us, you can always reach out if you need to talk or just an ear to listen. We love you. Thank you, Jackie. That is very, very true. We all appreciate you guys. Thank you, Gary. We all appreciate you. And again, none of this is ever possible without any of you. And tonight, I am 11:15 at night. There's still 16 people, and there's been 14 reactions. And just hearing everybody's stories tonight, it's been absolutely amazing. And it has, I am honored that you have shared your stories and your time with myself tonight. So I will give Mr. Knast the floor if he wants to do some closeout, and then I will finish out a little bit more.
No, I just have the full list of people. I mean, usually we go through the comments, but since there were so many in there, it took time to write it down as they were coming in. So we had Cord, Jackie, Gary, AC, Levon, Gwen, Taylor, Corey, Dustin, Heather, Dahl, Stephanie, Amber, Doris, Troy, It's a Flat Podcast. All stopped in at me at least one comment, which is absolutely amazing. And with the reactions, you had Levon with the love, Slim, Taylor, Marie, Rebecca, who's someone I met out west, Corey, Jackie, Corey, Troy, Forgotten Podcast, likes from Gary and Doris and myself, and the care from AC and Gwen. I mean, that is just absolutely amazing.
We love you too, Cora. Thank you.
And we always say that you guys are the MVPs, but on a night like tonight, I'm going to change it up a little bit. You're the MVPs, but they're also a rock. They hold us strong. They hold each other strong. You guys build that foundation, and we just happen to stand on it. If we don't have that foundation, we fall and crumble. So thank you everyone who did stop in tonight. Absolutely amazing. Thank you for being our foundation, our rocks. That is what we need in life. You need people you can rely on. You need people you can stand toe to toe with, go to battle with. I know everyone in this chat, I could go to battle with any day of the week.
And
So
Jackie says we all stand together, and that is absolutely the truth. Again, we're all here together. No matter how much time we may have or we may not have, but for whatever time that we do have, let's make the most of it. You know, as we said tonight, thank you very much for tonight. You guys have made tonight extremely special for all of us here at the Basement Show. Thank you. I greatly appreciate all of you. Thank you. You all to give yourselves a round of applause. As we said, this is probably not something that we will do every week.
no, I mentally can't do it every week. Once a month, I would be up for that.
Yeah, it does. It is mentally and physically draining, and I know that for a lot of you, it has probably been mentally and physically draining for you guys as well. Tomorrow's never promised, so love everyone while they're still here. Thank you guys again, Jackie. Thank you. I'd like to thank all of you tonight, every single one of you. And at this time at night, almost 2 hours and 50 minutes in, there's still 16 people here. That is absolutely amazing.
They won't leave.
Guys, from all of us here at the Basement Show, from Mr. Knast and Miss Grimm, and from Wild Rose, and from Irish Hell. And again, remember, there's something special coming this week. Can't tell you what yet. Gonna have to come Friday night. Not it, so it's neither one of us. But there will be something very special coming this week, so make sure you tune in. We hope to see you on our next adventure. We hope that all of you are safe and stay healthy. And please be safe in this horrible hot weather we are having. Stay hydrated. And again, we hope to see you on our next adventure. As long as you're on a serious note, and everybody to wish me luck and prayers for Sunday, I'm riding for police fire members who passed away in a chariot ride to support their family. You know what? Let's put that up there real quick. Gary, please, on your ride, be safe, be cautious. You are doing such an amazing thing. Again, Gary, my hat is off to you, sir. That is absolutely amazing. Please be safe and be careful. Definitely prayers are with you. Good luck on Sunday, Gary. Gary, prayers your way. Jackie puts up the prayer hands again. Stay safe. From all of us here at the Basement Show, I am Alan.
I'm John.
You guys know me as the Reverend.
Yeah, and I'm Mr. Nast.
Again, there is somebody that I just seen. The people of the Basement Show know the surprise that's coming on Friday. Gary, please let us know that you made out okay on Sunday. Again, please be safe. AC, thank you. Love to you as well. Love to all of you. Everyone, we will see you on our next adventure. From the rest of the Basement Show and the Reverend. Deuces.
Good night.